Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Flying Alaska with me, Herd37. So we're here, I can't remember the name of it, it's like Togiak, something like that, in Alaska. And in this episode, we're going to fly to Pilot Station, which is a little northwest. It should just be around 200 miles or so. And after that, I think the only destination that they actually leave Pilot Station is for Bethel. So probably do that in the next episode, and then from there we're going to head south down to Dutch Harbor, which is where they leave for, if you've ever seen Deadliest Catch. And I also want to go up, eventually up north up to Prudhoe Bay as well, but we'll do that eventually. So let's go ahead and see if we can get these people in. That's still, I think we're going to have to just increase our prices a little bit, because they just are not getting in here. And we're just losing money on that. Like I said, it's a short flight, so we don't need all that. See, these are all economy, and I'll still probably be able to get like maybe 500 pounds each. Should we probably be able to get more than that, won't we? Yeah, let's go for like 600. Come on, 600. Let's go a little higher if it's going to let me. The only thing is, where we're landing is only like 2,500 feet, so we probably don't want to be too heavy. Let's go ahead and set the type to normal flight. Set destination 0AK, Pilot Station. By the way, where we're at,
destination set.
Togiak or whatever, is PATG. So let's go ahead and load them up. Make sure we got our people.
Control. Check handset AVQ. Check thrust lever. Check flaps.
Alright. So let's get them in here. They'll have them put their belts on. Alright. Go ahead and turn on our battery. We want our nav and... yeah. Beacon. Fuel boost. Generator. Start her up. The low idle. She's coming on. Move that all the way up. We turn the starter off. And we'll turn the fuel boost off as well. Fuel boost for the right, generator for the right. See if we can't get that one started up. See if we can hear. Alright, that goes all the way up. Starter off. Fuel boost off as well. Alright, avionics bus comes on. Pitot heat, stall vane, prop heat, surface goes to auto, and that should be good. Bring that yoke back, and I keep forgetting these. Okay, I think push in, let's see, actually with that toolbox going. Alright, so they're open, the cowlings are open. Actually, let's turn this on as well. And we'll head up ATC, get on the traffic. Select a runway for takeoff. Ah, see, there's multiple. Let's check the map. See exactly what what runways are here. Make sure we're on one that's long enough. Okay, so 21 and 3. 21 and 3. Let me move this down real quick. Alright, 21 and 3. Kind of want to go here, so if we're taking off to our right, it would be 21. Alright, we'll do 21. Announce our taxi. Parking brake comes off. We'll do our pushback. There's not enough room here for us to just turn around. I heard that static. Hopefully that clears up. She's gonna get static out on this. I hate that. I was flying just a half hour ago, not even a half hour ago, and it was just fine. Hopefully it's not too bad. Alright, stop the pushback. It's far enough. Make sure I hit the right one. Taxi light. There we go. And let's taxi on. Go ahead and put the flaps out. Sit 21, hopefully I can get it there. Alright, that's 210. Alright, cut that one a little close. I had to do some one-handed stuff there. Alright. Before we get on the runway, we'll stop and then we'll announce that we are heading to the north. Wide out. Alright, we're heading to the north.
Papa Alpha Tango Golf Traffic Romeo Kilo 47.
Landing lights, anti-collision lights, you're on as well. Let's go. We're gonna, by the way, fly to 8,500 feet. I wish I could see. Shouldn't the snow be going the other way? Behind us. Alright. First, we're gonna lose our airspeed indicator. It's really rough, especially, I mean, we're coming into an airport that's only 2,500 feet long. Kind of worries me because, you know, you don't want to be going too fast. Just can't go too slow either. Alright, we're getting a little bouncy. I'm going to put one more notch of flaps. We'll have two. Oh, this isn't the longest runway either. Although it should be just fine. Came in here with no problem. And on the edge of the runway, I remember. Alright, let's turn around. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the GPS. And away we go. Wow. 40 knots. 50. Man, she wants to go left so hard. 60. 70. Man, I'm fighting it. I'm like full rudder to the right. Just to try and get her straight. Alright, we're at 90. Almost. There's 90. Alright, let's go ahead and rotate. Get up in the air. Positive rate. Gear up. Might have been a good thing that we had those extra notch of flaps. Tracked one notch. She is quite heavy, obviously. We loaded her to the max with the cargo. That's the bad thing about that. Trying to get that extra money. Those down just a little bit. Alright, flaps are fully retracted. That'll help us a little bit with our speed. We're going to cut around to the right. I don't think those mountains will interfere with us. See if I can't get this trimmed out a little better. She doesn't want to trim. Let's get turned around real quick. Towards our destination. Yeah, there is... The mountains in between are pretty short. They're not too high. Wow, now your vertical speed wants to climb like crazy. What in the world? Maybe because of our airspeed. Bring up the autopilot. Autopilot. The nav. Oh. I don't know why it says armed, because we do have it in GPS. That was kind of odd. Unless I just haven't noticed that before. Come on, man. What's up with the vertical speed all of a sudden? I couldn't get you to work to trim before, now you're just going straight up in the air? Ridiculous. So let's go ahead and arm that. So she'll climb. She's supposed to climb at 500 feet a minute. Let's see if she'll get back down to it. Alright, now she's good. Wow, I couldn't get it to trim forever, not up, and then it just wants to go insane on its own. Alright, now everything's under control. Should get over those mountains no problem. Alright, that is the taxi. Wow, couldn't get things settled there for a minute. Hopefully, we're gonna lose that. I was gonna say hopefully we don't lose our airspeed indicator, but you know we're going to. It just happens with this plane. Make sure down here we're still in the green everywhere. Prop RPM is always high, so I don't worry too much about that. Torque, I'm watching the RPM. I'll let it go just a little bit. Cowlings are closed. That helps as well. Reduce a little bit of the drag. So let's look at our distance, because I didn't look at that. 181. Alright, so that sounds about right. And it says a little less than an hour. And we'll be there. I'm surprised the airspeed indicator has hung on this long. I'm gonna have to bring up the autopilot. We're gonna have to go to vertical speed. We're gonna go for 1200 for a second. Those mountains are starting to look a little high. Weren't climbing quick enough. There, we've lost our airspeed indicator. It's extremely not good, especially when we're trying to climb at a faster rate. We'll increase the thrust a little bit. Should get over those mountains without a problem now, 1200 feet a minute. I'm not sure why they're down to 95% unless it's just the weather, but usually they go back to 98. I'm not sure what their problem is. Alright, down to 1,000. I wish I could wish we had a terrain panel. Alright, it's down to 53 minutes. We're at 4,500 feet. We'll bring it out a little bit. Take it down too much just yet. We're only coming up on 5,000 feet. Can't see a thing. What's new in Alaska? What's new with our flights? Hopefully 8,500 will be above this stuff. I don't know if it will or not. seems like usually we do peak out of it around 6,000 feet or so, but I don't know. This looks pretty daggone thick. This looks a lot more dense than what we're usually in. That could make coming into Pilot Station really, really hard. This down to like 90. Right, 89 is good. So let's move this down to 800. What the hell? Vertical speed. It's not the outside, is it? You stupid thing. Vertical speed. There we go. I don't know why. Sometimes it wants to do 1,000. Sometimes it wants to go by 100. See, 6,000 and we popped out of it. That's good. Well, we'll go on up to 8,500. I'll pull back on the thrust just a little bit. I don't like to get the engines working too hard because FS fasteners will cause one of them to go out. Although we're not up at 100%, so I'm not too worried. So the prop RPMs are always in the red. You can't do anything about that, it seems. Alright, got less than 2,000 feet to go. Should have just left it at 1,000. I don't know if I want to mess with it now. What happened last time? Alright, 46 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up, everyone, and I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, everybody, slowing it down. Looks like we're about 26 miles out. Here we go, pilot station. Turn to the traffic. 7 and 25. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter at this point. It's pretty much just perpendicular to us. I'm going to say 25. Full stop landing. That's our position.
Alpha Kilo traffic. Romeo Kilo 476 is 25 miles southeast, 5,300 inbound to land.
Right.
Runway 25.
5,200 feet. We're going down to 45. Let's just go ahead and take it down to 3,000. Looks like we're in the clear. There's well, I was able to click it earlier. Alright, so we're armed. Just going to go down to 3,000. I'm sure there's no procedures for this really small airport, but we'll just check. Yeah, nothing. It's kind of what I figured. Let's go ahead actually and bring up our heading. Or start using our heading, I should say. We're going to have to go to the right, switch over to heading. Coming up on 4,700 feet. Not sure 500 feet a minute is enough. We're only 19 miles out. Let's go to 800 feet a minute. See, there it is on the map. I'm going to go a little more out to the right. We'll go straight north. Hopefully we'll be able to see it a little better. I'm just going to let it go down to 2,800. I'll pull back on the thrust a little bit. Alright, we're at 4,000 right now, so we'll go down another 1,200. Go ahead and move this to full rich. All of our lights are on, taxi light and everything, so we're good there. Make sure we're at normal speed. We're just 15 miles out now. Keep on coming. There we go. 2,800. Now we're just in at 500 feet a minute. I don't know if there will even be any lights or anything. Just 14 miles out now. The thing is the daggone heading. This would be 25. This would be right here. So we'll have to go a little bit to the north of it. And then cut back around. 13 miles out. Coming up on 2,800 feet. Just our altimeter. There we are. Not quite to the side of us just yet. It's at 12 miles out. There's nothing to look at either. It's so freaking desolate. It's just like a frozen wasteland. Although it's not a wasteland. I'm sure if you're there, it's actually pretty beautiful. It's cold as hell. I guess most people that go there just mainly go to hunt. I don't know what else you could really do. I mean, hike around, but I wouldn't want to do that. Alright, we're right at 10 miles out. It's not... You can actually follow the river down to it. Although the river is frozen, so it's harder to see. I think this is it right here. I'm going to increase the thrust a little bit. When we make our turn, we'll start slowing her down. Get kind of worried, man. 2,500 foot runway is pretty short. We've landed on 3,000 and stuff, but 2,500. It's a lot shorter. I wouldn't be so worried if we had our speed indicator. You know, we got to come in a little bit quicker because since we don't, we never do with displaying. All right, we're just north of it now. Wish I could see it. I'm gonna back off on the thrust now. Start our turn. Tell you what, we'll go down to 2,500 because we're only 9 miles out. I think we may have started our turn a little too soon. Yeah, I would say so. So we'll lay off turning anymore. Wish we could see it. Let me go announce our position.
0 Alpha Kilo traffic, Romeo Kilo 47.
We're not really on the base leg.
0 miles east 2,600 inbound to land, runway 25.
See, we're almost ready to turn now because you can see right there is 27. That'll at least give us a good look. Where are you, pilot station? Maybe if we move the range down. Nah, it's not even going to show the runway or anything. Increase the thrust a little bit. Just 8 miles out. Could probably turn to it now. Just 250. Alright, so the river, it's just on the other side, so it should be like right here, because it's right on the other side of where it hooks around. That hooks around. 7 miles out. 6, that's the only thing about being low, is we can't see very well. It looks like it's to the left of us as well. Maybe not. 5 miles out, turning off the autopilot. Need to find this runway. It should be right over here. I think I can barely see it, but I don't think we're coming in correctly. It's going to be it right there. I hit the gear twice. I couldn't remember if it was up or down. mean, it's so hard to see. Like, having track IR would make such a huge difference right now. I really wish I had that. It needs to be something I add sooner or later. Second notch of flaps. We're probably gonna have to go around. It's just really hard to see. Third notch. Alright, we're at full flaps. You see the runway now. The thing I'm worried about is the speed. It's just descending a little bit, but not. I don't want to descend too much because I want to stay up here so we can have a better view of it. We'll cut back on the thrust a little bit. There it is. I like being a little high, it gives us a better view. Plus I can get off the thrust a little quicker, because we'll start descending a lot quicker to help our speed. Although we're a little bit higher than I wanted to be, really. Start getting off the thrust. Back on it. We didn't quite get lined up. It's kind of a hard landing. Oh, we're sliding to the side. Wow. Going around would have probably been a really good choice there, but in the end we really we came down kind of hard. But in the end we did make it. Track the flaps. Oh man. I couldn't hardly get lined up there at the end. Man. Yeah, probably should have gone around. I guess that would have been a best choice. But I mean, at the end, I don't know. Looked like I could get it. Wasn't that bad. I'm gonna have to watch the replays. I didn't. See, I was so concerned I forgot to tell everyone that we were on final. I always forget that. Although with these hard, difficult landings, you know, it's not really what I'm thinking about.
0 Alpha Kilo traffic, Romeo
Let's get
Kilo
the landing
476
lights
is clear
and
for the runway.
anti-collision lights. Let's see, where do we park? We really could just pull straight ahead. Let's go over here. Just park right here. Stop. There we go. Get rid of this yoke. Get rid of ATC as well. Alright, get the parking brake. Let's cut our fuel. Go down here. Get everything off. Those feel loose. Let's get all this off. Taxi light, you go off as well. Go ahead and open up the door, I guess. Turn off the nav. Battery and generators. I think everything is off now. How are the generators? I don't know what I did there. I thought I had them off. Is our beacon on? Yes. Beacon is off. Wow, that was an experience. Glad I found the runway. 71%, 73. See, that says that some stuff on the autopilot is still on. There it all went off. Alright, we're all out. don't understand what the 5% drop was from them either. Alright, let's go ahead and end this. Alright, 187 nautical miles. Time airborne 56:15. Flight time hour 1 minute 45 seconds. Time on the ground 8:48. Average speed was 200 knots. Climb time 10.5 minutes. Cruise time 33:19. Average cruise speed 235 knots. Landing touchdown, we're coming down at 261.54 feet a minute, which was nice. Landing pitch 1.94 degrees. Don't know our speed. Landing weight 89.41. Total fuel use 447. This uses a lot of fuel, man. Especially compared like the Titan that we fly. Enough as passengers. Kind of crazy. So we used 107 pounds on the climb, 283 on the cruise, using 509 an hour on the cruise. The fuel use 56 pounds. Oh, that's what it was. They're relieved to land safely. They said 100%, but it wasn't. It was 95. They experienced during landing were irritated by the excess G-forces. That must have been early on when I was turning to get on track. Ticket income 871, cargo income 592. Used 231 on the fuel, 9 on airport taxes, 63 for the insurance. Total road income 1,160 times 50 gives us 58,000. 58,000 even. They thought we should be 100%, but that's not true, right? They said 95% or whatever. So they increased us 1.99% to 80.11%. We got 330 pilot bonus points, 50 for the nice landing, 150 for the perfect flight, 30 for the right airport and extreme weather conditions during the approach, but we got 100 for that. Well, that was an experience on the landing. I wish I could have done that a little better. I wish I could have gotten lined up better. Because we came in turning at the end, trying to hit that runway. Hard to get lined up on it. But yeah, I think next flight we're going to go to Bethel, and then I'm going to try and go down to Dutch Harbor. It seems like a good plan to me. It's a small runway. It's really thin, too. But, so that's our plan next. So I hope you all did enjoy this episode, everybody. And I will catch you guys on the next flight.